Michelle ALVA, Conscious Sex 101 educator, creator of the ALVA Method, and the Wild Women of Abundance movement. And I'm going to talk to you about why it's important for a woman to be connected to her sexual energy and her heart. When women have, which 1 out of every 3 women in the United States experience some type of trauma. Did you know that? And I'm not sure what the statistic is for men, but there's been a lot of misuse of power, inappropriate boundaries with children, young teens that have been touched in inappropriate ways. And it causes us to feel shame, to feel guilt. I know because when I was 14 years old, I lost my virginity without really wanting that to happen. But I froze, I kept quiet, I didn't say anything. And a lot of people, this happens to them, where we don't speak up, we don't speak out and say what we really want to say. And then that causes us to it's like a trap. We just freeze. And then we have a really hard time releasing that trauma. And then we live disconnected from our hearts. We live disconnected from feeling for many, many, many years. And so when you make love, do you look into your partner's eyes? Are you completely available to all the sensations when you're having sex? Do you hold your breath or do you look away? Do you have a hard time taking deep breaths? Do you have sex like this? Or do you have sex like this? Do you open up your body when you're making love? Do you allow all those sensations to brush over your body? Or is it all about the genitals? And you hold your breath and you're, Reflect on that. I hope you liked my, simulation of it, because one of those ways is very three-dimensional and very draining. And the other way is very holistic, it's very embodied, it's very expansive. And that's the difference between tantric sex, which is what I teach people, and 3D, I'm so tired afterwards, I just want to go to sleep, I feel drained after having sex with that person or with myself. So there's 2 different ways of going into your sex. One of them is more depleting, and the other one is spiritual and expanding and heart opening. And the thing is that if you have had some type of relationship trauma, sexual trauma, you're not going to be wired to open up your heart and to expand upwards. And so when you don't get to feel that whole expansion, you think that you're just pleasure from the waist down. And so for ladies, we tend to over-focus on our clitoris when we have sex, or we over-focus on being stimulated. And that's where the focus is. When we're having tantric sex, epic orgasms, whole body orgasms, energetic orgasms, where we feel we are the whole universe and we're in this blissful state of samadhi, as they call it in yoga, that is a different experience where all of your cells are fully engaged in the present moment. And so if you want to be a better lover, gentlemen, ladies, if you want to be able to whole body orgasm and squirt, the precursor for both of those is to release all the blockages that are getting in the way of you being free to feel the powerful, energetic being that you are. And so when we get our heart on and we expand our heart and we connect to our breath and we relax our jaw, we start to open up the heart, let go of sadness, anger, shame, guilt, grief. And then we focus down on the root feeling safe, feeling supported. And I've created a series of meditations. There's a program called Yoni Healing and Sexual Empowerment. The link to order these audios is down below. And there's also Deeper Connection, Intro to Tantra for Couples. So gentlemen, you can purchase Intro to Tantra for Couples if you want to learn how to open up to this energetic sex experience, heart-connected sexual experience, and have more intimacy, more fun. It never gets boring when you're practicing Tantra because it's never the same twice, ever. So for those couples that are feeling that they want to add a little spice to their romance, you've been married for many years, the Deeper Connection Intro to Tantra videos are awesome. And ladies, if your husband is doing everything possible to make you come, to make you orgasm, and he's not being successful, I highly recommend messaging me and allowing me to work with you for a few sessions. And gentlemen, if you want to learn how to have a longer space between orgasm and ejaculation, I would love to teach you semen retention, how to expand your pleasure, and both of you are going to be so much happier. You can also work with me together as a couple. I work with couples via Zoom. I also work with people through the phone, and I offer intensives if you want to come visit me in South Florida and spend a few days. I would love to teach you how to be an amazing lover. In our lives, we only live once, and I really believe that sexual healing, learning how to orgasm energetically, expanding the energy of your orgasm is a natural anti-aging. I'm 47 years old. I feel like I'm 28. And ever since I learned how to free myself, how to expand my sexual energy, there's this natural joie de vivre, this aliveness where I feel turned on 24/7. And I just go to the beach, I'm out in nature, the wind is blowing, and my body just tingles, and I don't need much to feel so alive. Just breathing and expanding. I feel those beautiful energetic circuits, and it's been a lot of emotional processing of pains of the past. I used to hold chronic pain in my pelvis for 14 years of my life. When we activate our heart and we open up the heart and we allow ourselves to connect our sexuality with our heart, we get to experience this surge of energy, this current of life force that is just enlivening us in every moment. And then we get to live charged, fulfilled, running on overflow. That way we don't deplete our partners. That way we're not vampires. And there's a lot of that going on in the world where people are sucking the life out of their partner. They're tired, they're drained, and they want to get off on their partner. Can you relate to that? So here I am, wild woman speaking, sharing. It's time for us to talk about sex. It's time for us to heal our sexuality. It's time for us to let go of all the shame and guilt. And so if you have some questions, if you're curious, you can hire me to offer you some support. I work as far as helping people also get more clear on their challenges. I do neurolinguistic programming and hypnosis. I've also created the ALVA Method of rapid emotional release, and you can do this with me over the phone. It's amazing, from anywhere in the world. And so if you'd like to work with me, message me. I would love to schedule with you a 15-minute clarity call. It's complimentary to everyone that wants to work with me to learn more about this awesome approach. I'm also teaching the ALVA Method Practitioner Training. It's a 6-month program if you want to do a deep dive into self-healing and guide others to do the same as I do. Reach out to me. And if you ladies want to learn how to be open, magnetic, juicy, alive and delicious, and orgasmic, I'd love to tell you about the Wild Women of Abundance and the Yoni Healing and Sexual Empowerment audio course. It is a powerful accelerator. We are sexual beings, and it is our birthright to be orgasmic. It's what we are. So stop depriving yourself of it. I would love to share with you more about it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and reach out to me. I'm here for you. Happy orgasmic day for everyone on the planet. The world would be so much happier if everybody was more orgasmic.